Alright, welcome back everybody. Aesop Grim here, and this is the continuation of our second chronicle in the Mass Effect Legendary series. We are playing Mass Effect 2. And, boys, kind of side note, I am really enjoying recording this series at the same time as recording the Deus Ex Mankind series that I've got up on Rumble exclusively. Wow, this is more of a sci-fi, traditional sci-fi future where the Deus Ex is a dystopian future, kind of a near future, and they play off each other. Like there's totally different feels to each one. These two games pair very well together for me to be bouncing back and forth. I'm a little surprised about that. I didn't actually see that coming. In this episode, we're going to explore the Normandy, and whenever I'm done exploring, that's going to be the end of this episode. That is my plan. That's how I'm planning it out. I don't know everything I'm getting into, so I might accidentally trigger a cutscene or something that enters us into the next mission, but if I do, c'est la vie. I didn't mean to do it. We're going to try and just keep this to exploring our options here on the Normandy, and when it comes to moving the storyline forward, that will be reserved for the next episode. Okay, I'm letting everybody know that in case you've seen this 100 times and you don't want to get involved in that.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
No.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
You're not supposed to throw glances like that. It's fraternization. How is the crew? Goodbye. How's the crew?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Joker would like to speak to you on the bridge. Anything else, Commander?
I'm a little nervous about going down this route, but I was a little nervous about that in the last game also, and it turned out it's kind of clear when you're getting into areas that you don't want to. Like, I don't want to romance her, right? It's inappropriate. And Liara is our girl.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
I mean, I'm saying that's a pretty good idea, but I can't help but have flashbacks to Team America, where there was a female that she thought her superpower was that she was an empath. But the only things that she could sense were what was absolutely clearly obvious to everybody.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
There are some jokes that could probably be made there. I'll keep it to myself. I'll keep your distance.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
You are very loving. Both of these seem like they would be insulting.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Holy smokes. That was pretty blatant. She definitely... Here's a signal.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
No, this entire conversation has been on a level that's not really up to par.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Right on. Son of a gun. Alright, team status. Check the status of your team. Select. Info. Dossier Archangel, small unit tactical expertise, omni-tool expert, and noted sniper. Archangel is a mercenary commander whose operations are noted for their technical expertise and strategic brilliance. He is responsible for high-profile attacks on gang leaders on Omega and can likely be found there. Alright, well, we're going to Omega anyway, so that works out. Interesting, you got different options. Loyalty normal, abilities overload and warp, weapons, submachine guns, and heavy pistols. Doesn't really give us a breakdown on her. The Warlord, Dr. Okir, millennia of combat and strategic experience, rumored familiarity with Collector technology. A brilliant, brutal Krogan warlord and Krogan rebellion's veteran, Okir is obsessed with saving the Krogan from the Genophage. It appears he contacted the Collectors to gain the necessary technology. Currently at a Blue Suns camp on Corliss, his relationship with the mercenaries is unknown. Okay, let's back off over to here. Zaid Masani, the veteran. Combat, survival, tactics, and protection. Zaid has stopped taking work recently, but he was last seen on Omega. His reputation as the premier bounty hunter in the galaxy has caught up with him, and he is rumored to spend his days drinking and shooting would-be rivals. There is none better in a fight. This was, I didn't read this one. The professor, Dr. Mordine Solace, biological weapons expert, light weapons training with Solarian Special Tasks Group. Dr. Mordine Solace is a Solarian biological weapons expert whose technology may hold the key to countering Collector attacks. He is currently operating a medical clinic in the slums of Omega. And this one was who? Archangel, that's right. This was the Warlord. Then we got Jacob. Loyalty is normal, abilities pull, and incendiary ammo. Weapons, heavy pistols, and shotguns. It sounds like he might be what we are. Maybe he's a sentinel. He's either a vanguard or a sentinel. Dossier on the convict, Jack, no last name known. Exceptional biotic ability. Note, criminal background, currently in custody. Jack is rumored to be the most powerful human biotic. Little else is known, but the subject has a history of violence and should be approached carefully. Currently, Jack is being held on the Turian prison ship Purgatory. Cerberus has negotiated for the subject's release. And finally, Dossier the Master Thief, Kasumi. Sabotage, infiltration, extraction, property acquisition, stealth, agile combat. This subject has stolen extremely valuable resources from Cerberus in the past. Alarm systems, DNA encoders, guards, and various other deterrents were bypassed, and we don't know how. She was last seen on the Citadel. Alright. Last episode I clearly had a favorite team. One of the big things about Mass Effect 2 was that it introduced a bunch of different teammates that you could run with, and I think I'm going to try and go against my min-max tendencies and see if I can partner up with a whole bunch of people this time around. Like the temptation to take Garrus is going to be huge because he's good at electronics and he's good at ranged combat. He fills two areas that my class really needs help with. And he's also one of the best characters in the game, so that temptation is there. As an example, the temptation to bring Liara along because we're trying to romance her and because she's a full-scale biotic is very strong, but she actually isn't, as a pure biotic, isn't maybe the best matchup for a Vanguard. I'm not quite sure, I'm kind of giving examples of how I know that Liara and Garrus are where I'm going to probably naturally be drawn to. And I'm going to make a concerted effort to try and try other characters. Miranda's a very powerful character. I might be drawn to her as well. And so I want to try and hopefully avoid that. All right, review your upgrades. Upgrades improve your squad members' power, your weapons, and your ship, making mission success more likely. Acquire new upgrades by finding them on missions, purchasing them from stores, or research them using a research terminal. Okay. Unread messages. From Counselor Anderson, on the off chance that the rumors are true and you actually are alive, I need you to come and talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put me on the council, and it's only fair that you be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. Oof. Alright, so that sounds like a summons to answer for some things. Deal struck with Zaid Masani from Elusive Man. Shepard, we've reached an agreement with veteran mercenary Zaid Masani. You may know the name. Zaid has been involved in some of the best known and some utterly unknown military operations in the Terminus systems, and is feared as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. I felt you might need a man with his skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. You will find him on Omega, where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his fee, I've taken care of that personally. Lost contact with survey ship. From Project Firewalker. Commander of the MSV Rosalie, a survey ship with Cerberus connections, has gone missing. The survey team was field testing a new prototype, the Hammerhead Planetside Exploration Rover. In addition, scientists Dr. Manuel Case and Dr. Robert Alloy are aboard the MSV Rosalie and conducting research for us. We need you to find the ship, her survey team, and the doctors. The MSV Rosalie was last seen near planet Ziona, Alista Ismar Frontier. Okay, Normandy crash site located. From Admiral Hackett, Commander Shepard. Our scans in the Armada system have turned up something we thought you should see. The final location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. We thought this news might be important to you, but we also have an ulterior motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument, to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted for from the attack on the Normandy. If you find any signs of these lost crewmen, we ask that you report to the Alliance so that those heroes' families might find some closure. Godspeed to you, Commander. So, Hackett, as the lead admiral of the Alliance military, knows that we're alive. But Anderson, Earth's diplomat, does not. He's only heard rumors. Recon Hood, Shepard. It occurred to our armor technicians that you may not want to show your face everywhere you go. They sent by a hood that Cerberus issues to its covert operatives. It has additional microframe functions that you may like. The hood is in your quarters. Shepard, one of our cells just went off the grid without explanation. Project Overlord has been experimenting with highly volatile technology, and I need you to investigate. Their work is extremely compartmentalized, enough that I can't divulge operational details over this channel. You'll find them on the planet Ite? I think that's Ite. Typhon system and the Phoenix massing cluster. Please use care in this matter. Okay. Arc projector Shepard. We recently had an incident involving the Geth at one of our outposts in the Skyllian Verge. Don't worry, I'm not sending you off to chase anything down. Our operatives waged a highly successful battle against the Geth scouting party and credited their success to a new advanced electrical attack device that we finally let them take out of the lab. Since their unit is being reassigned for some rest and relaxation, I thought you should take custody of the weapon in the meantime. The weapon is called an arc projector. I sent it to the Normandy's armory so you can examine it for yourself and use it if you deem it worthy. It's gone through plenty of tests that indicate it overloads kinetic barriers and synthetic enemies particularly well, but laboratory demonstrations are a poor substitute for actual field reports. We know it works. Now I want to see what it can do in the right hands. If all goes well, we'll use your tactics to train other operatives. Shepard, at great cost and effort, we have tracked down the master thief Kasumi Goto and convinced her to work with you. Very few people have ever heard of her, and fewer can claim to have seen her in person. She is unequaled at stealth and infiltration, and her skills will prove invaluable in your mission. Travel to the Zakira ward. Maybe the Zakira ward on the Citadel. There you will find a special ad terminal that differs from the usual. Input the password silence is golden to begin the rendezvous. Okay. Mark all of these as red. I didn't see this one. Ascension Financial Services, your account. Stanwick Dobbs. Hello, Commander Shepard. Thank you for submitting your updated medical documentation. Your status has been changed from deceased to alive. After deducting modest administration fees for closing the file, the subsequent change in status, and the reactivation of your account, you have a remaining balance of 100,000 credits. Thank you for banking with Ascension Financial Services. We look forward to working with you. Are you protecting your greatest assets? We will find the best life insurance rates and coverage to fit your needs. Reply for a free quote today. All right, mark that as red. Archived messages. Let's just make sure that I read everything. Yes, I did. Okay. up here and talk with Joker. Make sure nobody else is selectable.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside.
Yeah.
I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Enjoy it, Joker. If we're stuck here, we might as well let them pamper us.
Does it breach uniform regs if I get that on a cruise shirt? Because this is my favorite you have no choice ever.
Technically, this is a civilian ship. I'm probably lucky you're still wearing pants.
Yeah, I'll save that for the off-hour cameras. Have an AI watch me 24/7. Insurance.
Okay, so no interaction with Edie. Yeah, there
Yes,
is.
Shepard.
Well, it's an AI, so this would probably be my last question.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
Well, we have a whole bunch of stuff to find out about.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
Okay.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Yeah, saw that coming.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
That's a lot of blocking.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I can't remember if I accessed that through the here or here. I mean, it makes sense that it would be here, but let me
I want
just
to know
make
more
sure.
about the people I'm working with.
Much of
Okay.
that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
That's right, so...
Let's
Another
discuss
topic.
something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the elusive man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Oh, that's interesting.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Oh, like maybe if the pilot were to pass out or die, she would gain full control of the Normandy, something like that.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Okay, that's everything then.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Alright, that was pretty informative. Oh, here's one that we can pick. Anything else? Okay. Alright, so we're done with this area. We can move to the next segment of the Normandy. Actually, I want to absolutely verify both wings have nothing I can select here in these areas. Okay. We have an armory, an elevator, combat information center. I guess that's the area that we're in. And tech labs.
A scientist is required to use the technical laboratory.
Copy that.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using Omni-Tool, computer-aided design, and manufacturing, we have the capability to manufacture several new models.
Okay, katana, shotgun, shuriken, machine pistol, predator, heavy pistol, and grenade launcher. Two options. Rapid-fire grenade launcher favored by Bloodpack Vorka mercenaries, capable of taking down multiple enemies with a single well-placed shot. Effective against armor, shields, and biotic barriers, so it's effective against everything. We can switch it to the arc projector. The arc projector ionizes targets with a non-visible laser to ready them for a high-voltage electrical attack. As the lightning-like bolt hits its first target, a sophisticated auto-targeting system paints succeeding targets. Excuse me. With the ionization laser, allowing the electricity to take the path of least resistance and arc between them. An entire enemy strike team can be shocked to death with a few pulls of the trigger. Alright, we accept that, and we'll field test this. I don't suppose you've got anything that can be switched up. Okay, let's look at the description on the others. The katana shotgun. Common military shotgun, deadly at short range, but ineffective at long range. Very effective against shields and biotic barriers, but weak against armor. Okay. So, there's not really any need to read these then, because we see those descriptions in game. In the field. Alright, exit. What else we got? Yeah, we'll go check that out in a minute. Okay, that's the engine, I take it. And here's Jacob.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
Oh, let's dig into that.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
This guy's been a good source of information.
It's good to hear a clear opinion. Sounds like we're two of a kind.
That honors me more than you, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
All right. What's over here? We have briefing and comm room, and then that's the tech lab.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the elusive man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
I've never heard of a quantum entanglement communicator. How does it work?
Essentially, two subatomic particles are created in an entangled state. One is installed here, and the other in the elusive man's office. When one particle occupies a given quantum state, its entangled partner will always enter the opposite state, no matter the distance between them. If we alter the state of our particle, that alters the state of the elusive man's. This allows us to send data in the form of quantum bits.
Yeah, I can see that. It probably is more complicated than this, but it's almost like a Morse code or a binary of ones and zeros. And through that, you can code messages.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one linked to each world.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts. While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
Oh, we got options. So we're on deck 2 right now. Let's just start at deck 1 then. Deck 2 being the Combat Information Center, Tech Labs, Debriefing Room, and Cockpit with Jacob Taylor. Shepard's personal cabin, team members none. I have an entire deck dedicated to the captain? That seems a little excessive. On a ship where space is limited, I don't know if I would have done that. But of course, it's for a video game. It keeps things separated and easy to navigate to.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
If I recall correctly, you can actually populate this tank with fish from different worlds that you've been to. Okay, same thing as up above. Missing in action. Save your crew from an overwhelming attack. Very elusive. Return to active duty. That's all we got right now. It looks like there's a whole bunch that you can get, though. Oh, they're categories. Some of them were categories. Soldier, kill 1,000 enemies in Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3. Recruit, kill 250 enemies in Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3. Establish a romantic relationship in Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3. Establish a rekindle, that's what we'll be doing. Some of these I saw they had, it was like 0-7 there. Fully upgraded weapons, 0-7, okay. Then we got a picture of Liara right there. Here's a model. Sound system. Whoops. We look more like a civilian. That's in keeping with the theme. Oh, there's that recon hood. A hood issued to covert action teams. This model's optic display interfaces with most small arms auto-targeting software, linking hand and eye for improved accuracy and increased weapon damage, ballistic mesh fabric and composite ceramic plating, provide necessary armor, and the integral air filter helps in hostile environments. Increases weapon damage by 5%. Increases health. Increases health. And then nothing. Okay, go ahead with the recon hood. Let's apply that, and then this music is pretty overwhelming. Hopefully that's not too over the top. I don't know though. Chest. Looks like I don't have any options. Material. I just basically, this is what I would go with, honestly. But maybe we can try that. default. Take the pattern off. Okay. Okay, that was pretty loud. Deck 3, Cruise Quarters, Mess Hall, Medical, AI Core, Main Battery, Observation Deck, and Life Support. Team members Miranda Lawson. Women's restroom, where? I guess it's here? Yeah, okay. Starboard observation.
The starboard observation deck is closed until needed.
Okay. Crew quarters.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Man. That's quality banter right there, where you get people's incentives. Deepens the story. Shower. Okay. Lavatory, urinals.
The port observation deck is closed until needed. Access to life support is restricted.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Nice to see a familiar face, Doctor.
I feel the same. I wish more of the original crew could be here. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Like, you've done the calculus, you know what the answer is, and this is worth it.
Access to the AI core is restricted.
What's this area of the ship?
The sick bay. It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Miss Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you have everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
He works with all that stuff and then cooks your food. Awesome.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks.
Oh,
through the cracks.
Oh, jeez. Perfect, man. All right, we're in good hands.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
This guy's probably one of the most useful people on our team, to be honest.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
A gunnery officer is required to access the gunnery control station.
I did not see Miranda. We went into the medical bay. This is just a crew hanging out. It's a common area. I checked the crew quarters, and I wasn't I mean, she wouldn't be in here, would she? No. Honestly, I didn't I didn't expect it to be wide open like this. Not for a ladies' stall.
The men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
They do have a divider up here. Alright, and I was in here. Okay, so no Miranda right now. This just circles around to the common area, right? Oh, wait. What do we have here? Oh, Miranda's office. Don't mind me. I'm gonna check your place out. Nice view. How come I don't have one of these? Do I? And I just didn't notice?
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus' long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Okay. So there is like a degree of accountability there. The thing is that what do the stakeholders, so to speak, what are their goals? What are their incentives? So there's an oversight of a kind, but it's not the kind of oversight you would normally ask for. Private interests versus public officials that theoretically can be held accountable.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific, but we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
Yeah. See, that's why I won't go here. I have empathy and understand. When you enter into situations, and there are, for a variety of reasons, some of which are superficial, preconceived, automatic expectations, they're part of like the presupposition. It's so ingrained in people through their culture that they're not even aware that they're holding that, and they don't critically think about it. But the person on the receiving end, they feel it, and they know, oh, I'm not perfect, or how do I live up to this standard, or this, that, or the other. And it can lead to a feeling of, well, obviously there's pressure there, but also ostracized. You know, like you're kind of on your own in some of these things.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Well, that's my impression anyway from people I've met. and stuff like that. Engineering, cargo hold, shuttle, and Hammerhead garage. Team members, none. Kodiak drop shuttle.
You came all the way down here to see us?
Yeah.
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Nice.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
Wow, there's a lot of heavy developments here. This would make such a great movie. Didn't I pick this already?
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
Nice. Stick to your convictions.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected, it's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Okay.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander. I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you he would.
What? Edie? Where's Edie? Right there.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
Okay, I've been here. So we go downstairs now. Okay. Did I activate this yet?
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
Ah, okay.
Access to this room is currently restricted. Access to this room is currently restricted.
Okay. That brings us basically to the end of this episode. So in the next episode, we'll be pushing our mission forward, going to Omega, I believe. Let's go ahead and hit save. All right, again, I am Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by this channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods, and I will see you in the next episode where this story continues.